Hi, welcome to Codastar SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. We're experts in web marketing, general web marketing, and search engine optimization is a large part of web marketing. So how does search engine optimization work? Well, there are many different aspects to search engine optimization, but basically what it is the process of making the search engines understand the relevance of your website for a given search. For instance, you are your wedding photographer in Middlesex, right? People who are getting married in Middlesex and are looking for a wedding photographer are very likely to search wedding photographer or photographer in Middlesex or in their city, or or maybe they're going to get a full UK search and just type in wedding photographer. Now, it is pretty obvious that if you provide that service, you want to compete for that keyword, you want to compete for that searches, for that specific search or those set of searches, and you want to get onto the first page of Google, preferably near the top or number one, for your most competitive keywords. Now, there are going to be different ways of achieving that. We'll divide it into two categories to make it simple: on-site search engine optimization and off-site search engine optimization. You can only do one. You don't have to do both, depending on what you're competing for, and this is where it gets a bit complex. On-site search engine optimization is going to look at everything that's going to do with your website being search engine friendly, basically. We're going to look at the coding of your website. Things move on, and search engines set different criteria at different periods of time, and maybe what was done at a certain time is not compatible with what the search engines want today. Now, we're going to make sure that every single piece of code that's been written in your website is acceptable to the search engine, and not only that, but it is going to give you a bonus with the search engines. Now, this is for the technical side of it. Then we're going to look at the content of your website. A lot of the time, the content, the copy of the website is written with the visitor in mind. So when the visitor comes to the website, they obviously understand what the website is about. Now, this is very good. However, you need to also make the content search engine relevant. And there is a difference in that. And basically, you need to find that compromise. It's not even a compromise, is the wrong word. However, I would say you need to write content in an intelligent manner that it is both relevant to your visitors and relevant to the search engines. The search engines will be looking for very specific sets of words within your website. They will understand what your website is about in terms of the general theme. If you're a photographer or a printer and so on, it's quite easy to get Google to understand the theme of the website. Once they understand the theme of the website, they will want to look at specifics. They will expect to find certain things, and they will expect to find a certain density of certain words. Another aspect is going to be, we're still talking about on-site search engine optimization, is going to be looking at, you've all heard it before, the meta tags, the keywords in the website. Now, there is a real myth about the keywords, that being high up the search engines is all about the right keywords. Let me tell you now, this is nonsense. This is a complete myth. You should take no truth in that whatsoever. The keywords are one factor, an important factor, so be it, but it's only one factor. We talked about the copy, we talked about technical coding of the website. Each one of those factors is at least as important as keywords of the website. If it was that simple, if it was all about the keywords, well, guess what? I would take the website which is number one for the search you want to be number one for. I would look at their keywords, which we can look at. It's not something which is hidden in the website. It's hidden from view, but we can look at the actual code of the website and we can see any website's keywords. Now, we would leave those keywords, we would copy them into your website, we would launch your website, and your website would theoretically be competing for that number one spot. Of course, that just doesn't happen. Now, the keywords are important, but they're only important in relation to every other thing that we will do to actually optimize your website. This is just basic search engine optimization. This is the process. In search engine optimization, we look at all the possible criteria that matter and we optimize each and every one of them as high as we can. So the combination of all those criteria put together and the combination of all the work that's been done and all things being as good as they could be, then is going to have an impact. So, you know, just doing one thing itself is not going to make any difference. So basically this is on-site search engine optimization, looking at technical aspects of the website, coding of the website, looking at the content of the website, and looking at the keywords and so on. Now, once we've done that, we need to talk to the search engines about what's happened there and that this website is basically relevant for certain searches. This is still part of on-site search engine optimization. We would actually start building sitemaps and, you know, explain to the search engines. When I say explain, it's about submissions, but in a strange way. We would actually get the search engines to bit by bit understand the relevance of each single page of your website and make sure that they see it as a highly relevant result for the searches that matter to you. Right. I hope that explains on-site search engine optimization pretty well. Now, doing this job well and on a monthly basis improving the website constantly will have significant impact in your rankings. However, it may be the case that it's not enough. For the most competitive searches, or for the hardest searches to crack within your industry, doing on-site search engine optimization on its own might not cut it enough. You will progress, you will be better than when you started, but maybe we find a threshold where suddenly we don't go any further.